Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aces and Eights podcast. I am host number one, I guess, Joshua Ben Shoshan, and across from me
is host number A, Jason Gordon.
Excellent.
Yes. Oh, man. So we've actually been planning this podcast for
At least 2 weeks, at least.
At least 2 weeks. But I've actually had this idea for a very long time, except I'm too much of a pussy to just immediately go out and just do this on my own, because what do I have to talk about on my own?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's more fun to do it with somebody else.
Yeah, that too. Yes, definitely. So, Josh, why don't you start us off?
Okay.
Who are you?
Well, I'm 16. I'm almost 17.
That's who you are? You're 16, almost 17?
Exactly. I identify as a number.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Same.
Or platypus.
No, I don't. I
One
don't
of the two,
identify
though.
as a number.
You don't?
More
You
of
identify as what?
molded cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of cheese?
Gouda.
Gouda's nice.
I liked smoked Gouda.
Smoked Gouda is good.
8th grade, I was mostly smoked Gouda, but now I'm dry Gouda.
That's good.
If you get what I mean.
I do.
Catch my drift?
Smoked Gouda, I remember, at Kenny and Ziggy's on the Big Boy, I think is what it's called, the burger. Smoked Gouda, that's the first time I ever had Gouda.
God, you're such a Jew.
Don't know why I remember that. I am such a Jew. We're both Jewish.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the Jewish Boys podcast.
Yes, sir.
So
man.
what else, Josh? What do you, with your free time, like to do?
Oh, well, for a lot of you who know me, I am a huge musician. I'm into music. I play guitar. Guitar's my main instrument. I work at Rockin' Robin Guitars in Montrose, Wednesday to Saturday in the guitar repair area. Shout out to all the guys down there.
Go say hello to him if you have the opportunity.
You should. And I'm actually wearing a Rockin' Robin shirt right now.
Hey, Caroline
Yes.
Whitley, Cami Cherboff, if you're listening to this, go visit him.
Woohoo! Yeah, thank you for the comment on our Instagram.
Yeah, shout out to you two for believing in us, sarcastic or not. That was... Thank you.
It's great. I think we got, 10, 11 followers in, the last 10 minutes?
Dude, we're just blowing the frick up, man.
We're going to be above Joe Rogan one day. Probably not, but I want to say it just because.
Oh, wait, Joe, okay.
Yeah,
I always think, who is that?
I want to say he's... Okay, have you seen Zookeeper with Kevin James?
No.
Oh.
The last Kevin James movie I watched was Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh. Shout out to Cameron Rudine for getting me the movie poster of Paul Blart, which is currently hanging in my room.
That's pornographic, man.
It's great. He got it for me for the end of school, and it came last week.
That's so nice. Wait, did they just walk it from China?
Well, he said it was stuck in shipping in Europe somewhere. And
I've had that happen
and
to
I was
me.
like, yeah.
It sucks.
I
I
mean-
had paintbrushes stuck in Sweden for a month.
At least, but it's here. That's all that matters.
That's important.
All right.
So what else? What else do you like to do? What's your passion?
Playing with my cat.
Astro?
Yes. Astro's great. According to a lot of sources, he basically acts like a dog.
I want to check your sources.
It's like Jack Schofield and Cameron.
Those are not reliable sources.
Darn. Okay. Well, Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself. What hobbies do you have?
I like to keep it real simple. I like to paint and play volleyball.
Ooh, yes.
Maybe shop around. I haven't showed you my new drawing, but it's this study of the torso of Betty Page.
Okay.
She's nude. A1 stuff, man.
Sports.
Just way. If for those of you who do not know, Betty Page is a 50s pinup girl. You probably recognize her when you see her. But yeah, this particular image had some good forms and shapes to it, so I decided, hey, why not?
Cool. Sorry, that sounded really sarcastic. But
No, it's okay.
He's, for those of you who have never seen his paintings, he is an incredible painter.
I appreciate that.
Incredible painter.
I actually haven't heard you play guitar, so I can't say anything about your guitar playing, but from
Honesty.
the passion that you have from it, I'm sure it's gonna be great, man.
Thanks,
Because
dude.
anybody who gives us flying frickle dick about
Frickle dick. That's
their
a good
art
word.
is probably, good at it. I don't know, man. I also like to shop.
Can we talk about your jeans?
Okay. I got, I stay in Malibu, 1 to 3 months out of the year. Malibu in Orange County, Southern California. Shout out to SoCal.
Yeah.
Okay, and I do all my shopping out there, and for the first time in a long time, I did a huge shopping haul, and so I found these things called Acne jeans. Well, I didn't find them. I actually knew that they existed, and I didn't know if I could ever afford them, but I finally was like, frig it, I'm going to afford it. So I bought 2 pairs of Acne jeans, and they're the greatest things to ever happen to me.
They're so cool.
I like them.
I want to talk about this hoodie real quick.
There's a giant cheetah on the front, and then on the back, there's another giant cheetah that takes up the entire thingy of it.
Oh, there's 2 of them. It's symmetrical.
What does it say on the back? Cheetahs never sleep?
Cheetahs never prosper.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's. Is that like a
I don't-
brand
I-
or something?
No, it's from All Saints.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, like, I just rotate in my wardrobe. I like to be fashionable. I read GQ. I'm a fashionable guy.
indeed he is.
But enough about clothes and materials. More importantly, shoot, I didn't really have anywhere to go with that.
What are we doing on this
Oh,
podcast?
yeah, that's a good segue.
So
So what are we doing, Josh?
to be completely honest, we'll start out each podcast with a little bit of news.
News.
Because
Fake news?
news. Yeah.
Fuse? Fuse.
Nufa?
No.
No?
No. Swen? Fake. The antithesis to news is Swen.
Right.
Yeah, so therefore it's analogous to fake news, right?
This is ridiculous. Yeah. Agreed.
Swin.
Swin.
So,
all right. I need to write that down because I'm gonna forget about that.
Hopefully there's gonna be no Swen on this podcast.
Nah, we credible.
We're credible.
Use us as your news instead of BuzzFeed.
Yeah, wait. Okay, hold on. So if you get your news from BuzzFeed, I'd like you to please check your priorities and just reevaluate what you're doing, because that's not where you should be getting your news.
Agreed.
I'm probably just being biased because they're targeting a younger audience, but like when they're trying that hard, BuzzFeed is like the aunt who just wants to be young again. She's like the 50-year-old single aunt who wants to be 20 again. And so she's like, yeah, trends, lists, more.
Dabs, man buns,
Yeah.
and rompers.
Yeah, romp hymns too.
What is that?
Male rompers. I'm surprised you didn't know about it. It was all over the news.
I knew about. I didn't know they were called rompins.
Romp hymns.
Romp hymns.
Romp hymns.
I just call them rompers.
Yeah.
God.
So,
Wow. All right. So, how about you start with your news
my news
and
is
read the last one on my sheet because it's not part of mine. I'm a doofus.
the last on your sheet.
But do that after those. I guess.
Okay. So, oh, that's right. So recently, y'all heard about North Korea
Ooh.
saying it has some nukes that can reach all the way to, freaking New York. I don't know how to respond to this except for probably better than how our president responded and how
He just didn't he roast China on Twitter?
he roasted China on Twitter. This is not how you respond to something like that.
I just kind of giggled.
That's how you start World War III. Jesus, cripple.
But man, oh man.
I'm gonna go on Twitter right now and look at.
Actually, go to CNN.
Tease.
Go to CNN and find the article I took that from because it has his tweets on there.
Donald Trump.
Official.
Donald J. Trump. Okay, so Senor at real Donald Trump. So
Nice
here we go.
name.
What? Okay. Oh, he said, I am very disappointed in China. Our foolish past leaders have allowed them to make hundreds of billions of dollars a year in trade, yet they do nothing for us. Nothing was in all caps. Nothing for us with North Korea. Just talk. We will
What?
no longer allow this to continue. China could easily solve this problem. Okay, let's just get one thing straight. The issue with communist North Korea is not an easy issue to resolve. It's like the war on drugs and like freaking fighting terrorism. It's a battle that just cannot be won with one swift move.
Agreed.
Oh my Jesus Christ, are you dense?
That's an interesting word to use.
That's being nice. I just don't.
I don't fathom.
Where in the hell does he get these ideas that this is an easy issue to resolve? We've been fighting this since the war in Korea.
Since it technically isn't over because we just signed a ceasefire. So the war's technically not over yet.
Ceasefires don't mean shit to Kim Jong-un.
Nothing means anything to him. All he cares about is his beautiful haircut, and his middle part.
His nuclear weapons, which he's flailing around. But I'm pretty sure that it's just all like political ambiguity, which is just like, he probably has them.
He controls.
Probably doesn't, but we don't know how much he has. So for all we know, he could have one. He could have a half of one. He could have a quarter of one. And when I say a half and a quarter one, I mean like one that will fly and do all this stuff, but when it lands, it won't actually explode. It'll just dink, stick in the ground.
That's cute.
It's cute. And then 3/4 of a one is still freaking dangerous because that one it's gonna explode.
Exactly.
But it just
where
they don't know where it's gonna go.
I like to think, to reassure myself, that the nukes that North Korea has are those little stomp rockets that kids used to use, where they were made out of foam, and you step on the little thing, and it goes pew, and it shoots up in the air. That's what I like to think about, because it's not going to get here. And I swear to God, if it does get here, then disregard my comment.
If it does get here, you know what? That's cool. I accept my fate, and Kim Jong-un.
Props to them.
Props to you. Yeah, good way to put it, Josh. Props to you, Kimmy. Way to go.
Beautiful.
And so another thing I want to address is that
your jeans just fell. What is this? Were they not even on a hanger?
They are on a hanger, but they were just weakly on it. If you just give me the hanger and the jeans, I could do it.
What's the next article on your list?
Well, I was just gonna say one more thing on this, and
okay.
That is, don't start shit with China. That is like, what? This is the worst thing to talk shit about somebody on Twitter. That's how fights are started on so many levels, whether if it's on a civilian domestic level or a political level. We could, oh my God. Thank you.
It's just not a good idea.
No
problem.
Uncanny. He's got like,
I'm no scientist.
The thought process of a middle schooler. Anyway,
we can go on and on about this stuff.
I gotta move on from this. This pissed me off too much.
I think that's a good idea.
So next, Josh put that the U.S. in quotes, the U.S. needs to stop with its delusion and trying to harm us by clearly understating the strategic status of the DPRK, which soared up as the world's nuclear missile power, and our military peoples That's such a weirdly.
That's pretty weird.
And our military and people's strong will to revenge our enemies to destruction, the spokesman said. The North Korean spokesman said. So
interesting. I don't know what that means.
I don't
kind of
know what any of that means, except for I think they're just trying to. Here, you want to look at it?
Yeah, I read this earlier today, and I kind of was like, I mean, basically what they're trying to say is, stop threatening us,
When
which
were
is
we ever? Oh wait, right, Donald.
yes, exactly.
Oh,
Stop
God.
threatening us and understand what we are trying to do. Because think about it. I mean, how many countries have nuclear weapons? Not that many, honestly. Out of like the 200 something, there really aren't that many. And they're basically trying to say, "Oh my god, we need weapons cuz other people have weapons." No, that's not how it works.
9 countries:
Well,
the U.S., Russia, the U.K.,
India
France,
is on that list.
China, North Korea, India, Pakistan, and Israel. That's it.
Viva Israel.
Um,
But basically they're trying to justify their needs of gaining nuclear weapons because other people have them and they need it to survive. If 9 countries have them, I don't think it's necessary because the majority of the countries don't, and they seem fine.
well, it's this thing of just like amassing all of this and just like what's the use? Once somebody launches one, a country such as the U.S., who I assume have like
Too many to count.
Yeah, too many to count. One, and also just one stationed in a boat somewhere off the coast of every single country, just ready to fire. And so that mixed with, other countries firing their nuclear weapons, we're just gonna mass destruction. Society will cease to be
Global terrorism.
a global destruction.
Armageddon.
Yeah, that.
I like that word.
It's like, ugh.
Okay. I feel like that's enough ranting about nukes.
Oh,
Unless
I
you have
think
more to
Russia
read.
has more nukes than us.
Nobody knows how many we have. Because why would we put that out there?
I don't know. This is just all an estimate.
What does it say?
It's estimated that they have 7,500, while we only have 7,200.
It's a nuke. You don't need more than 2.
I wouldn't imagine needing more than 1 or any at all.
That's an interesting idea, I guess.
I mean, I'm not a pacifist. If if there's an issue and somebody's threatening the welfare of my country, I'm gonna, go fuck them up.
Pew pew.
So, that's my thought on things.
I like that.
Okay, so I'm just moving on. Next, I did not hear about this. In Los Angeles, a van plowed into a crowd, injuring at least 8 people.
Yeah. That was interesting.
There's no casualties reported yet. I don't know anything about this except what is up with people running people down and committing manslaughter.
Actually, funny enough, on this article, it claimed that it was an accident, which is funny because I feel like the article came out like yesterday or earlier today and nothing has happened. I just thought it was an interesting article. But what does it say on there? He like plowed through a picket fence in a restaurant and then stopped on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Texting while driving, playing guitar while driving,
painting your nails while driving.
Fun.
Yeah. So, also in the news, the FDA.
Ooh.
They just took some steps to cut nicotine in cigarettes so they're not as addictive.
Like all of it?
It's not specific like that, or it is, and I just didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure that they're just making a cut to it in general as much as they possibly can before these tobacco lobbyists, just to put a stop to it. But
it's a step in the right direction, I
believe.
It's
a step in the right direction.
We're getting close to outlawing that stuff.
Yeah, except it is a form of income for this country, so we can't completely outlaw it.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous, yeah.
So there's a solar eclipse on August 21st. That's exciting. But
super cool.
It's not gonna hit in the Texas area, so.
Meow. Watch it on YouTube. It'll definitely be on YouTube.
Why would I watch this?
Because it's cool.
I don't know. I just think
I don't care.
One time, Neil deGrasse Tyson promised like a meteor shower in my area when I was like 10 years old, and I never stayed up past like 10 o'clock, and No, that's a lie. I'd never stayed up regularly past like 11 o'clock, and so for like 3 nights in a row, I stayed up till 3 a.m. and just saw nothing. Super disappointed in you, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
There was a quote by him that I don't think was a real quote that I remember being a meme where it was like, the world be like it is because it do. Something like that. And it was on Big Bang Theory too. But anyway, what's the next thing?
So I don't know about you, but the greatest movie was just released.
Yes, it sure was.
The Emoji Movie. Obviously.
Exactly.
So, the Emoji Movie, hands down, greatest movie. It is just like the best movie of our generation. Do you not agree, Josh?
Completely agree.
Yeah, and so I'm just like
I'm fascinated.
I'm utterly shocked that it somehow got 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, what?
We're joking, of course.
There's no... I'm not joking. I'm dead serious.
Have you
This
watched...
is a cinematic masterpiece.
Have you watched the trailer for this movie?
No.
I watched it today. Okay, it is by far, it has an incredible cast. Like T.J. Miller, James Corden.
No, wait, I did see the trailer, and all I
has
could
no
think about
purpose.
was Inside Out, Inside Out,
Exactly.
Inside Out, Inside Out.
That's all it is. But the thing that's funny is it's literally it's the face, who like has more emotions than just that. What the frick?
This just disregard that PG rating and keep your children far away from director Tony Leon, whatever vile animated faux comedy. Beneath its trippy surface lurks an insidious philosophy hazardous to impressionable minds. What the fuck?
Oh, I saw Baby Boss Baby last night. Okay. Honestly, I believe Boss Baby is one of the greatest animated movies I've ever seen. It was so funny, and there were so many great jokes in it that a lot of kids wouldn't get.
Well, that's good.
I'm not even kidding, though. It was a really, really well-done movie. And I was surprised.
Oh, okay. Here's another review. There's a justifiable self-loathing running through the Emoji Movie, a fragile attempt to, sigh, deconstruct the meaning of emojis while also, sigh, demonstrating the profound possibility that emojis are the language of the future.
No.
I agree with you, Senor Franich, Darren Franich. I just think that this was a lame attempt of old people, old corporate, people in suits trying to relate to children and make a quick buck off of us. Off of our culture that they know nothing about.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
All right.
I'm
How close are we to 9 o'clock? Oh, we're like a minute away. Okay.
So we're a little late.
It's fine.
We're a little late.
I say finish your news, then I'll do my quick news, and then we'll upload it and then do another episode. We're sorry for everybody who's waiting. I don't know if anybody's waiting, and that was bad voice crack.
Oh no. My what? What? What?
That is a lot of Instagram notifications.
So I was just reading an article that I'm not too interested in reading completely, but it's about Gianni Versace and how he died and blah blah blah.
Wasn't he murdered by Andrew Cunanan?
He was assassinated, yes. By
Andrew Cunanan.
How do you know that?
Because I watched a documentary on him when I was 13.
Yeah, Andrew Cunanan. 27-year-old gay man. I don't know why they specified gay man.
We don't have to get into the whole story of what he did, but basically, for those of you who don't know, he was a normal guy working a normal job, and one day he kind of woke up and was like, what the frick? And then kind of just
He killed 4 other people and then killed himself after killing Mr. Versace.
He was holding out in like a safe house, and SWAT surrounded him, and they barged down his door, and he killed himself.
Pussy.
That's a
No, that's actually very.
It's a really. It was a really bad. When was this? The 90s?
1997.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can we just talk about how disgusting Donatella has gotten? Like, do you know
I
what
don't-
Donatella looks like?
I honestly will probably recognize her if I see her, but I don't, off the top of my head, know what she looks like.
Donatella Versace. Oh my god.
That's a cool name.
It's a great name. I'm not gonna lie, but Jesus Christ, it's so spooky. She's had so much work done that
I'm gonna look at something real quick. How old is she?
she's like 60.
She's 62.
Yeah. It's
She looks like a wrinkled pineapple.
Yeah.
Like, look at this neck.
No. Oh my god, there's a picture of her in her bikini. Have you seen it?
I don't want to find it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You gotta see it.
Is that gonna be our new picture? Is Donatella Versace in a bikini?
What was our picture before?
She looks like an elephant.
She has leathery skin. I didn't think that was possible for a human being
Or
to
a rhinoceros.
physically.
Her lips are bigger than my future.
A lot of things are bigger than my future.
I kind of agree. Not about yours, about mine.
I don't know. But, yeah, so that's basically the last of our podcast.
Yeah, that's
for now.
that's the last of our podcast for now. We're going to do a little bit of editing. We'll put it up on our SoundCloud.
I mean, like,
I'm so excited.
I'm excited as well, but, like, let's be real here.
Abracadabra.
We're not just also going to be doing news. We're also going to be doing, like, stories and
Exactly.
rants. Just all the fun stuff that'll get us made fun of at school. So,
We just want to be putting stuff out there.
We are making ourselves targets.
Yes.
I
This Saturday.
never knew you had such a nice voice.
Oh, thank you. I take pride in my narrator voice.
You should.
This Saturday at 9:05 p.m.,
Keep going.
I took a breath of air.
That's boring.
I know I couldn't think of anything because it's 9:03. So what's gonna happen in 2 minutes?
In 2 minutes,
I'll probably stand up.
I'm going to probably towel off because I'm sweating so much in my closet.
Are we gonna call this the Stale Soda Studios?
This is the Stale Soda Studios.
We'll explain that in the next episode.
Maybe.
Probably.
You had to be there.
It was great. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
This
thank
has
you.
Been the first, like, hello episode.
So, yeah,
yeah.
we'll see y'all later.
As Donald Trump would say, adios.